Jai Hind, dear students of class 11, Geography Optional. This is Dharman Mishra. Welcome you all in very first Geography class in class 11. Today I am going to introduce you the first lesson, Geography as a discipline. Before that, I am going to discuss one thing. There are three books in class 11. First book is Fundamentals of Physical Geography. Now it is interesting that you are going to study physical geography in class 11. Second, physical environment India. It means we'll discuss about the physiography, drainage, climate, all such things in second book. And third is the geography practical. It is a practical subject. You are having marks division in board 30 marks practical and 70 marks for theory. In geography, like chemistry, physics, you are having 30 marks practical and 70 marks for theory paper. It is important to know. Three books are Fundamentals of Physical Geography, second, India Physical Environment, and third, Practical Work in Geography, class 11. So you need to purchase three books. The first book I'm going to describe and discuss is the first book named as Fundamentals of Physical Geography. Then after completion of this, the second book, India Physical Environment, I will start in second term especially, and practical works will go hand by hand. So very first today, the first lesson of Fundamentals of Physical Geography, I am going to start, and the name of the lesson is, you can see, Geography as a Discipline. You know that geography is not a new term for you. From class 6 onward, class 10, you have studied the subject as an integral part of social science. Up to the secondary stage, in class 10, up to class 10, you have studied geography, political science, especially in 9th and 10th, economics, geography, history. So here, we are not going to discuss geography as the part of social science. Now in class 11th, you are taking the subject as independent subject in detail. So now we will study geography as independent subject and learn about the physical environment of the earth. One question generally asked, why it is important to study geography? Geography describes the physical setup of any country, its location, and related human activities as per the physical condition or atmospheric condition of that particular area. So geography as an independent subject discuss about earth as abode or home of human being, as well as the human activities and their interactive relationship with the nature. Therefore, you can see one question here it is asked, why should we study geography? Right? Why should we study geography? We know that we live on the surface of the earth, no doubt. There is only one planet, that is the Mother Earth. Where life is possible, and we are here. We live on the earth's surface, and our lives are affected by our surrounding in many ways. If you are living there in a mountainous region, according to the climatic condition, atmospheric condition, as well as the physical setup, we do our activities. It means we are interacting with nature according to the physical setup and atmospheric condition of that region. We depend on the resources to sustain ourselves in surrounding areas. What the resources we are having, we utilize them to sustain our life. For example, the primitive societies. The primitive societies subsisted on natural means of subsistence. It means here you can see that the word is given. This word you can see. You can see that on natural means of subsistence, it means the primitive society, Adimana, or the person who are not advanced, having lacking technology, they were dependent on nature for their survival. They have utilized edible plants and animals. With passage of time, we developed technologies and started producing our food using natural resources such as land, soil, and water. Right? The primitive societies, they are dependent on nature. They mostly live there in forest areas. They were dependent on edible plant and animals to eat. But later, after development of technology, as humans learned to do agriculture, started agriculture with the help of physical setup of that area of land, soil, and water. So the technology has helped human to develop a new lifestyle, producing our food. We adjusted to our food habits and clothing according to the prevailing weather conditions. In case of India, you can see that if you are living in Himalayan belt, suppose you are living in high hills of Himalayas in Himadri region, certainly their population is less, the people have to wear thick cloths, woolen cloths to save themselves from the cold condition of that particular region. If you are living in South India, in Andaman Nicobar, because of hot and humid climatic condition, we need a very simple cotton cloth. We don't need any woolen cloth. So we adjusted our food habits and clothing according to the prevailing weather condition, atmospheric condition of that particular area. There are variations in the natural resource base. The resources are not equally available everywhere. Some regions are rich in certain resources, some regions are poor in certain resources. So there are variation in the natural resource base as well as the technological development is not the same. You can take example, the countries of Africa are far behind than India in technological development, but the countries of Europe and North America, they are far advanced than India in technological development. So there is not the equal level of technology developed in the world also. Adaptation with the modification of physical environment, social organization and cultural development, all they are different. As a student of geography, you should be curious to know about all these phenomena which vary over space. In geography, we study all the phenomena in context to the nature, Mother Earth, and human and nature's interaction. So, as a student of geography, it is there should be a curiosity among us to know about the various type of phenomena which vary over space, time. Also, time is also important. According to time, the phenomena changes. You learn about the diverse land and people. You should be interested in understanding the changes which have taken place over time. It is right, as I have said you, the primitive people, they spend their life in forest, dependent on forest for their survival, for eating like edible plant and animals they have utilized. But the modern man, we are using modern technology to do agriculture. We are more civilized. Now we are reaching to space even. Now we have developed technologies and now we are more able than ever before. So you will develop skill to understand globe converted into mass and do you know? We know that world is there, earth is like this, but with advancement in technology, it is the ability of human have increased a lot. Now we can convert the entire globe, the entire earth into maps and have a visual sense. Now we can understand how many continents are there, how they are located, how earth our seems from out. So the understanding and skills obtained in modern scientific techniques such as GIS, Geographical Information System, and computer cartography. Now mapping is not by hand only. The mapping is also now done with the help of modern science and modern MS Excel techniques. Now it is called computer cartography. Cartography, the branch of science which is science and art both, and it is the science of map making. Now cartography, that is the part of geography, it is now computerized. Now the next question which you may like to ask, what is geography? Here you can see this question, what is geography? Very simply, we are having in our mind the concept is there, what is geography? Geography means study of the earth's surface as well as study of man and nature interaction. We know that earth is our home. It is also the home of many other creatures, big and small, which live on the earth and sustain. Not only the human, but other creatures like the elephant or an ant. All they are living on the earth surface and sustain themselves. The earth surface is not uniform. It is also right. Somewhere it is plain, somewhere plateau, somewhere it is high mountains. It has variation in its physical features. As we have discussed, there are mountains, hills, valleys, plains, plateaus, oceans, etc. These variations in its social and cultural features too. As India, we are having loftiest mountains like Himalaya, we are having the northern plains, we are having coastal plains, peninsular plateau, hot deserts like Thar, cold deserts like Ladakh. We are having variation in our cultural things also. The culture of Jammu and Kashmir is not same like in Uttar Pradesh, and the culture of UP is different than the culture of Tamil Nadu or West Bengal. So cultural features are also varied. We are having villages. Villages are outcome of interaction of human with nature. We have developed villages. We have developed the cities. We made the roads. We laid down the railways. We make the port and markets and many other elements. As all these are human made, created by human beings across the entire period of their cultural development. Human is on rest and earth is unstable. If earth is having motions like rotation and revolution, which is continuous, human is also on rest, doing lot of activities per day, every day to invent new and new things. So this variation provides a clue to the understanding of the relationship between the physical environment and social or cultural features. As I have said, human activities are developed according to the physical setting. As the people in coastal regions generally do the activities called fishing from primitive time. The people living in plain areas, they have developed agriculture. In same way, different type of physical setup provides scope to develop different type of activity. So physical environment and cultural features are there is a relationship. The physical environment has provided the stage, as I have said you, on which human societies enacted the drama of their creative skills. Suppose we are living in Himalayan region, we are doing the activities according to the mountain climatic condition. High mountains are there, climatic condition is different than the plains or coastal area, so we are acting accordingly. You should be able to attempt the answer of question posed earlier as what is geography? In very simple word. Now here you can observe the question. In very simple word, it can be said that geography is the description of Earth. The term geography was first coined by Eratosthenes. The name is difficult. Listen it once again carefully. Eratosthenes was a Greek scholar and given the term geography first time 276 to 194 BC. The word has been derived from two roots from Greek language. Geo means earth, graphos means the description. Now simply you can understand geography means description of the earth surface. Geo means earth, graphos means description. What we are describing or descripting? We are describing about the earth surface. We are describing about the features of the earth surface, about humans and other creatures, as well as physical relationship. Simply said, geography is the description of earth as abode of human beings. Now further you can see that put together they means description of earth. The earth has always been an abode of human beings. Abode, A-B-O-D-E, abode means home. Here is a new word, it is abode, A-B-O-D-E. Abode means home of human beings, and thus scholars define geography as a description. Now see, a simple description you can see. The description of earth as the abode of human beings. So what is geography? Geography is a simple description of the earth as abode or home of human beings. You are aware of the fact that reality is always multifaceted and the earth is also multidimensional. That is, the earth is that is why many disciplines from natural sciences such as geology. Have you heard the name of this subject? This is a subject which studies about the rocks, minerals, formation of earth, layers of earth, etc. called geology. Bhugarbh Vigyan. Pedology, the soil science. Oceanography, the science deals about the study of oceans. Botany, zoology, meteorology. Meteorology means Mausam Vigyan. And a number of sister disciplines in social sciences such as economics, history, sociology, political science, anthropology. Again, a new term, a new subject for you. Anthropology, Manav Vigyan. Study different aspects of Earth's surface. All these are the independent subjects. All these study different things. Geography is different from all other sciences, either the natural or social, in its subject matter and methodology, but at the same time, it is closely related to other disciplines. Why? You can see that in geography, we derive database from all the natural and social sciences and attempts their synthesis. What is the meaning of words synthesis? It means combination of ideas or beliefs. We are taking database from different natural and social sciences, but overall in time and space bound location, we are interpreting the data in its geographical way. So geography is synthesis. It means combination of ideas and beliefs. We have noted that there exists a variation over surface of the earth in its physical as well as cultural environment, no doubt. The geography of the world is different as well as accordingly cultural development is also different. A number of phenomena are similar and many are dissimilar. It is right. It was therefore logical to perceive means think, perceive means प्रत्यक्षीकरण, किसी के बारे में समझना. Perceive geography as a study of areal differentiation. As I have said, physical setting is different in different parts of the world. Accordingly, the cultural development is different. We are having number of cultures in the world. We are having number of physical settings too. So many features are similar and many are dissimilar. So geography studies all about. So it is also study about geography. Also study about the areal area. L is here. Areal means Kshetravar differentiation. What is the differences according to the region or according to the area? Here given areal differentiation. Thus, geography was perceived to study all the phenomena which vary over space. Phenomena are not same; they vary from one place to another place. Geography studies all such. Geographers do not study only the variation in phenomena over the Earth's surface or surface in the space here, and but also the association with their factors. For example, cropping patterns differ from one region to other, but as we know that cropping pattern is not same. But the variation in cropping pattern as a phenomena is related to variation in soils, climate, demands of in market, capacity of farmer, etc. Suppose the cropping pattern in Himalaya is not same in northern plain. What type of cropping pattern is here in India? We studied in class 8, class 10. You can recall one thing: the cropping pattern. It was in agriculture, chapter agriculture in class 10. You can recall that according to cropping pattern, we are having three distinct cropping seasons: Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. And the cropping type in plain is not same in the mountain or in coastal area. All they are different. So it's all because of different type of climatic condition and physical setup. So the concern of geography here to find out the causal relationship. Now a new term is here. You can see that causal relationship between any two phenomena or between more than one. You can see. So the causal relation, cause and effect, causal relationship between two phenomena. Suppose if there is poverty, there is chances of diseases. So there is a causal phenomena. If diseases are common there, simply there may be poverty is very common. So this causal relationship is important in geography. A geographer explains the phenomena in a frame of cause and effect relationship, as it does not only help in interpretation but also foresees the phenomena in future. The interaction between the physical environment and human beings has been very succinctly described in brief. Succinctly means in brief, described by the poet in the following dialogue. You can now see here. Now see carefully. The interaction between the physical environment and human beings has been very succinctly described by a poet. Succinctly means in brief, described by a poet in the following dialogue. You can see. human and nature. Nature means God. Poet has imagined your nature as a God. He have proposed, you created the soil, you have created the nature. I created the cup. I made the cup by using this soil. You created the night. I created the land. Who have created the night? The nature, the mother earth, the nature, simply. But what we have created? We have created lamp to get light, enlightened during the night event. You created wilderness, hilly terrains and deserts. I created flower beds and gardens. As nature has given us hilly terrains, deserts, etc. But the gardens we have created. Human beings have claimed their contribution using natural resources. With the help of technology, human beings moved from the stage of necessity to stage of freedom. The early human, the primitive human, he was dependent on nature for survival. He had utilized the edible plants and animals for its survival. He was fear of natural calamity. He was fear of nature, so worshipped it. But with the advancement in technology, humans have control over the natural phenomena and lot of modification in nature we have did in past. So early human who was dictated by nature, it was the stage of necessity. According to nature, they have worked out. But with the advancement in technology, now we can modify the environment according to our own ways. Even in cold desert, even in Antarctica, we have developed some stations for scientific studies. Right? It is also possible. So now humans have come from a state of necessity to a state of freedom. So they have put their imprints everywhere and created new possibilities in collaboration with nature. Thus, now we can find humanized nature and naturalized human beings. Now we can see the nature everywhere we are being created or modified something. So nature is become humanized and early human, he was naturalized. The space got organized with help of means of transportation and communication network. The link or the roots. Links means roots and nodes means settlement of all types of hierarchies. Hierarchy means acronical order. Integrated the space and gradually it got organized. As a social science discipline, geography studies the spatial organization and spatial integration. Now see it is a new word for you. Spatial. S-P-A-T-I-A-L. Spatial. Spatial means related to a particular place and time. So geography as a discipline is concerned with three sets of questions. Today we will discuss about these three sets of questions. Now see, first question. This is the first, this is the second question. First question are related to the identification of patterns of natural and cultural features found over the surface of the earth. Natural and cultural features are not same everywhere. They are different. So the first question in geography we try to find out answer of it. The question is what? What is this? First we try to identify what type of cultural or natural feature it is. Natural phenomena it is or cultural phenomena it is. Second question are related to the distribution of these natural or human cultural features over the surface of space. So second question we discuss first what and second where. What is this? Where it is located. What and where. Taken together both these questions what and where. It means distributional and locational aspect. First what? In what we are discussing about the distributional and locational aspect, natural and cultural features. These questions provided inventarized information of what features were located. It was very popular approach during the colonial period, what and where to find it out. These two questions did not make geography as a scientific discipline. Only to know what is this, where it is located, this is not complete. The third question arised is related to the explanation of the causal relationship. Again see this question. Here word causal relationship, cause and effect relationship, poverty, disease. If diseases are more common there, it means poverty may be there. If poverty is more, diseases are common there. Likewise, the third question is related to the explanation of these causal relationships between features and the processes and phenomena. And the aspect of geography is related to question why. So three important sets of questions we discuss in geography. First is what are the natural or cultural phenomena and its distribution. Second, where, and third, why. So three sets of questions are here. I am repeating once again, see it carefully. First question are related to the identification of patterns of natural and cultural features. What natural or cultural features are there? This is related to the question what. Second question, distribution of these natural and human over the earth surface related to where. First, what type of natural and cultural features are there, and second, where are these located, and third, taking these two questions, we can't make geography as a scientific discipline. But first question arises here, why? Why means we study the, or you can say the explanation of the causal relationship between features and processes. As I have said, if there is diseases are very common, certainly poverty may be there. If poverty is there, diseases may be common. So that is called cause and effect, causal relationship. So geography as a discipline is related to space and takes note the spatial characteristics and attributes. Spatial means related to a place. It studies the patterns of distribution, location and concentration of phenomena over space and interprets them, providing explanation of these patterns. So in this way, geography simply you can describe as a science which describe the earth surface as abode of human being, as well as explaining the interaction between the nature and man. So at last you can see given here, it also takes place, you can see it also takes place. Note that associations and interrelationship between the phenomena resulting from the dynamic interaction between human beings and their physical environment. So geography is synthesis. Synthesis means combination of ideas and beliefs. Geography is seeking its data from all the other natural and social sciences and trying to synthesize all these in its way and make them bound especially related or related to a particular place. So geography explains three things basically. What is this? Either what type of cultural or natural feature. Second, where are these located? And third, we are going to understand why. What, where and why. So geography is known as an integrating discipline. As I have said, geography is a discipline of synthesis, combination of beliefs and ideas. It attempts spatial synthesis. I told you earlier that spatial related to a particular place, but the history attempts temporal. So approaches is holistic in nature. The approaches we obtain in geography, we take in geography to understand the whole, the features as a whole. So it is said holistic in nature. It recognizes the fact that the world is a system of interdependencies known as ecosystem. We all know that the present world is being perceived as a global village. Why? Not a single country in present scenario can survive without the help of others. There is international trade. Now there is access to all the countries to the market of other countries. Because of advancement in transport and communication, it becomes too faster. Now internet is known as information superhighway. We are having faster planes. Now we can take a complete round of Earth within 36 hours. So because of this, now the Earth is considered as a global village. The distances have been reduced by better means of transportation. I told you about the faster aeroplanes. And the audiovisual media and information technology have enriched the database. So technology has provided better chances of monitoring natural phenomena as well as the economic and social parameters. Geography as an integrating discipline has interfaced with numerous natural and social sciences. In next class, We'll discuss all about this. Today it was the starting class. I think it is enough for the day. Very simply, I am revising few words to you. Now you are taking geography as an independent subject. Earlier you have studied geography. It is not new to you, but as a part of social science up to class 10th. Now we are going to take geography as an independent discipline. Geography is a science subject. It seeks its data from natural sciences as well as from social sciences. So what is geography? Synthesis of all. It is an integrating discipline. I have discussed geography means, geo means the earth, graphos means description. Geography is the description as abode of human being. Geography is the description of earth as abode of human being. In geography, we discuss three sets of questions: what, where, and why. These are the keywords you need to, as well as geography seeks data from different and integrating it as a whole. So the approach of geography, or you can say that geography attempts a spatial synthesis. It is the combination of ideas and beliefs. Thank you. Have a nice day.